Okay, we are done with the concepts. We are done with the topic discussion. We have all lengthy, detailed discussions, and with that, it would be very easy for you to follow these topics in question answer session, where we will exactly write what is the question and what is the answer. But that all will help you. So let's begin. You guys need to have pen pencil with you or rough notebook if you want to take some notes. Otherwise, I will share this document with you, which would be like question answers from past papers, marking scheme,
Yes, sir.
and we are going to revise that. I have already shared notes with you.
Sir.
If you haven't checked that, see History channel. Chapter number 6 and 7 notes are shared with you. Is it clear? Yes, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
one student is messaging that said we have to do last topic Amir Star.
Oh yeah, yeah. Amrit. Yes, yes. I got it. I got it. No worry, no worry, no worry. That will be part of our discussion.
And sir, I am asking this that Sir Syed Ahmed Khan we did in the first term as well.
Yeah, we did it in the first term. I know, but it was not part of the term exam at that point in time. I gave
Okay.
you less, uh, you know, syllabus, and we need to include Sir Syed because we didn't take exam of that. Languages, I skip it. We can have it in the class sometime because that's easier one. But 4 and 6, 6 now. So 4 is coming because it was not tested before. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is why our language, which we did now, I skipped it because language is a little bit easier one, and we can have it any other time. Now, following this Rowlatt Act, which was introduced by the British in 1919. What was Rowlatt Act? Can you tell me what was Rowlatt Act? Anyone?
Sir, when the Indians
Mm-hmm.
reacted against the Monte-Chelmsford reforms,
Mm-hmm.
they started boycotts, strikes, and different things against the
Mm-hmm.
British. So
Mm-hmm.
the British, so the British used their full power in the Rowlatt Act. In the Rowlatt Act, they said anyone could be jailed, anyone could be jailed and
Mm-hmm.
arrested without a warrant.
Okay, actually, whatever you are saying, these points are correct. Uh, in reaction to or to deal with protests led by the Indians, there was wide-scale protest against the British, and British used this what we call this. They introduced this law, new law, Rowlatt Act, under the Defence of India Act, that anyone could be imprisoned without uh, bail, could be arrested without warrant, and provincial government could decide about where to live of the person. So this law, Rowlatt Act, was introduced, and the situation further led towards Amritsar, which is a very unfortunate incident happened, and we know as Amritsar massacre. We call it Amritsar massacre. Amritsar is in Indian Punjab. It's purely Punjab. Like Punjab was divided at the time of partition 1947. Did you know this?
Yes, sir.
Other boys, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At the time of partition in 1947, Punjab was partitioned, divided. So Western Punjab is with India. Amritsar is in Punjab, and here Punjab was quite active during this period of time. And here, British used full power actually in order to silence people. So this is the incident. What happened is known as Amritsar massacre. Massacre meaning anyone? Hurry up, boys.
Sir,
Massacre meanings
Sir, on some large like large.
mass. Yes, yes. Mass scale killing, like on a large scale when people are people are killed, so we call it a massacre. So a British outrage. So what we see here, the British used full power with these laws. They were further having the power. This, you see, Defense of India Act, and this most controversial Rowlatt Act was passed to control India, whatever was going on in India. What happened in Amritsar, I can narrate it to you in very simple words. Some around 20,000 people in Amritsar gathered for a peaceful protest at Jallianwala Bagh, mean a public park, which had a boundary wall of 5 feet and narrow entrances. You know, any of the public parks where people go and sit. So these people were protesting within the boundary wall. They were not disrupting anything like uh, you know uh, stopping traffic on the road or forcing people to shut markets, etc. So this protest was peaceful. Moreover, it was not disrupting anything. It was at a public gathering within boundary wall. But when General Dyer, who was stationed there, came to know about this gathering, he advanced towards the area and ordered his troops to open fire. Some 1,600 rounds were fired, and 400 people, including children, women, died in this. Another 1,200 people were wounded, and exactly, obviously, don't know the figures, but this is the estimated one. And this incident is considered the one of the most, you can say, unfortunate and the darkest moment in the history of British India, because peaceful protesters were gunned down for no reason. What reason was there? We will see that later. So this is what happened. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this is the price you have to pay for freedom, for independence, for liberation. And freedom movements, liberation movements are not without these sacrifices, be it in the past, present, or future. Even now, if you see of Kashmiri struggle, over 70 years they've been fighting and sacrificing. Over 100,000 people have laid their lives. Look at Palestinian or other in the past. So this sacrifice is always there. So when we look at and we see that we got this Pakistan, or we got rid of the British colonial power and all that, we take it for granted. But no, many people sacrificed, many people. So we owe, a, a, a great deal of at least respect to, and we owe a great deal of gratitude that we have independence. We live in a free country. We belong to a free country. We have our identity with many problems, though, but this thing itself is great thing. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
please,
sir.
do not underestimate the blessing that you belong to a free country. Do not undermine it. Do not take it for granted. Be grateful. And though there are problems are everywhere. And we, as a citizen or the members of that society or country, we can think of contribution instead of complaints. Everyone complains, this is bad, that is bad. What's your contribution? Like John F. Kennedy said to his nation, Americans, ask not what your country have done for you, ask what have you done for your country. So we need to change this. Not that there is something wrong. This is some. We should be start asking ourselves that what did I do? What's my contribution? Because it's a piece of land. It's a beautiful piece of land. It's the unique in the world. Uh, all those people who've been to different countries of Pakistanis or the foreigners who come to Pakistan, they are stunned with like whatever is there. So it's beautiful. The problem is not with the country, with the people. And if everyone is blaming, criticizing, and no one is contributing, so then how can we improve things? So You being the younger generation, you have a long way to go. So you must start asking questions towards contribution, then towards criticism. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
A-
sir.
and do not underestimate the contribution, be it very, very tiny, be it very, very small, because positive contribution, even if small, can have a big impact, can have a big impact. And all long journeys started with first step, first little contribution, positive contribution can make a big change. Anyways, so just to make you realize the fact that these 400 people died, and they die for what? They die for what we have today, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are lucky enough that you don't have to die for what you have today, because you have it, because somebody else did it. Somebody else sacrificed their life. So we have it today. So we can't take it for granted and just criticize that there is a corruption and there is pollution and there is other things. Or look, what can I do? What can you do? Can make a big difference. Anyways, moving forward, General Dyer, who did all this, what happened to him? What happened to him? Nothing. He An inquiry was held by the army and their judicial system, and he was just removed from active service, nothing else. And that is a kind of insult to a community, or to a nation, or to people, where a murderer of 400 people estimated got free of any sort of punishment. But anyways, this was the darkest moment in the history as far as British history of India was concerned. They did many other things, but this was one of the most darkest things. But not only this one. If you read this paragraph, any one of you, General Dyer, any one of you read this paragraph,
Yes.
General Dyer. Okay, yeah, go,
Sir,
go
okay,
ahead.
sir, I'm reading. General Dyer stated that he had fired on the crowd in the park to make sure that the people of the Punjab understood that they should obey the British rule. Other measures soon followed. In Amritsar, men were flogged in public and made to crawl on hands and knees down a street where an English woman had been attacked. A crowd meeting illegally at Gujranwala was bombed in from the air. The British also carried out numerous sentences of death, exile, or imprisonment to maintain order.
So you can see Gujranwala, which is on the Punjab, on the Pakistani side of Punjab, it was bombed. So British used aerial bombing, flogging, killing, and all that stuff. But anyway, cutting it all this short, General Dyer got away with it. He was just removed from an active service, and Gandhi started. Now it further worsened the situation in India. Gandhi came up with non-cooperation movement again, and he said now cooperation in any shape or form with this satanic government is sinful. So he came up with this, and this source, read on. This is interesting one. You do yourself this source, and we'll discuss it in the next class if you have any question about this. Source A, source B, and following the question. This is about Dyer interrogative committee's report. So done with this non-cooperation movement, growth of communalism, Pandit Mohan Malaviya, growing division in Congress party, and proposal. These are basically topics related to the introduction of the next chapter, right? They are not exactly related to what our chapter ends with, Amritsar massacre. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so your active syllabus would be page 65 till Amritsar, including this one. These next two pages are basically a kind of transition from this to the other. Non-cooperation movement, how did it go? Communalism, what is? We'll discuss these things later on. Okay, now done with this. Now I will start the revision of chapter number 6 with you, and chapter number 4 you got to do by yourself. You have the notes with you. Chapter 4 notes are there.
Sir,
Hmm?
should we study page 66 and 67 for exam or no?
No. They are part of the chapter, but not exactly part of the exam. So you can focus till 65. I mean, I don't exactly. Let me see where this ends. Yeah, 65. Okay. The non-cooperation movement, and this is, we'll discuss generally. These are general topics. What was happening there? Okay. Anyways, coming back to now. Yeah. Mm, Chapter number 4 notes are. Did you see the notes of chapter 6 and 7? I have already shared with you. Did you check that? Hmm? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm checking
Hist
right now.
Look, history channel files. You will see the notes been shared with you. Chapter 6 and 7 notes here. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So chapter 6 and 7 you can follow from here. Chapter number 6, the questions which are there, you can see them and start learning. We will revise these questions now. We'll be revising here. This is for you to just go through. All topics are done here in detail. Even questions are done, right? Can you see this? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So prepare your topics from here. Like it's very detailed. All questions, main points are given. All everything is given. So you have to now do one thing, that like you are preparing Lucknow Pact. So see, this is the detail of the Lucknow Pact, importance of the Lucknow Pact. Now, what was the Lucknow Pact is there? Why was the Lucknow Pact signed in 16? So your questions are answered. So nothing can be more easier than this now, right?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Now this you got to
Yes.
do it by, because we have discussed in detail everything. You have now notes with question answers, so now you got to do something. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you a quick revision of the some of the topics here. Uh, can someone read this question? Hurry up.
Explain how the British reacted to Hindu-led protests against the partition of Bengal between 1906 and 1908.
Okay. So what's the topic here? What's the question actually?
Hindu protest against the partition of Bengal.
British reaction against the Hindu-led protest. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, other boys, are you here with me?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen. This question is about partition of Bengal, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
about partition of Bengal, we've discussed number one, why was Bengal partition? We discussed why was partition reversed. We discussed Hindus' reaction, Muslim reaction, and British reaction. Now these are the topics, subtopics. Now here the question which is asked, and that is that what was British reaction to Hindu-led protest? So we discussed this topic. What did British do in order to deal with Hindu-led protest? Can you tell me? Hello, British reaction to Hindus protest.
Circular
No.
arrested.
Okay, so that point is basically imprisonment of British on a large scale, imprisoned people, including the Tilak of Pune, who was fiery nationalist leader, and many were expelled and prison were filled. So one is that British used power, imprisoned people. That's one point. Okay, good. Any other boy? Any other point?
Sir, they restricted newspapers and public meeting.
Yeah, very good. India is a Press Act 1908. In that, British government got the power to control press and publications, and they were not allowed to, you know, publish things against the government. So there was restriction on press and plus meetings, gatherings, etc. Second point, very good. Okay, what else? You are missing one very important point.
Sir, can you please tell me again what was the question?
Abdur Rahman. Abdur Rahman.
Yes, sir.
Question was
Not at
explain. You need to be,
Sir,
active.
network, sir, your voice
Okay,
lagged.
okay. My voice would lagged, right? Explain how the British reacted to Hindu-led protest against the partition of Bengal. I've even told one of the guys to read, then I discussed, then I even further paraphrased it. What's the question? Question about British reaction to Hindus protest. Is it clear to you now?
Yes, sir.
The same thing I said before.
Yes.
Okay, boy. Okay, boys. Now listen to me. You told 2 points, very valid one. You are missing 1 point only. Can I have Ahmed Siddiqui?
Sir, they started a press act which
No,
gave
press
control.
act. Look. Press act. We discussed. Any other point? Anyone? Two
So,
points we discussed. Huh?
sir, some of the editors were punished and imprisoned.
We discussed that use of power, imprisonment, expelling people.
Sir, morally meant to reform.
Okay, a reference is good. British later on realized that they need support of Hindus, moderate Hindus. So in order to win the support, they came out with parliamentary reform. So use of power first, imprisonment, expulsions, all use of power. Two, the India Press Act, restriction on press and meetings, etc. Number three, the what we say, winning support of the moderate Hindus. So this was the reaction. That's it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these points are. I'll share this document
Yes,
with you
sir.
later on. So don't worry. This question and the points are there. We have done these 3 points. You can easily answer the question. Need little bit elaboration. Done.
Yes, sir.
What was
Yes, sir.
Swadeshi movement? Raise your hand. What was Swadeshi movement? Raise your hand. Very simple topic. Swadeshi movement. Yes. Why is one or two, three people only? What for the other guys? Please do participate. Okay, hurry up.
And sir, after the Bengal partition, the Hindus started the Swadeshi movement against the British.
Okay, what was it? That's the question. What was Swadeshi movement? Guys, this was so simple. I can't expect that you don't know this.
Sir, in it they boycott from British.
Boycott of British goods and especially the cloth. How can you forget this? It's so simple. Boycott of British goods, especially the cloth, and used Indian-made cloth was considered matter of national pride. Um, so that was Swadeshi movement in nutshell. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please be active. Be active. Okay, read these 4 points. The one who didn't read
Boycott.
it before. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
A boycott British goods by Hindus during because of partition of Bengal 1905 to 11. British cloth was thrown in onto bonfires. The Hindu community wore locally produced clothes. There were a series of strikes by Indian workers, example in Calcutta.
Okay, so boycott of British goods, clothes were thrown bonfire, local made products to be used, clothes especially, and strikes of the workers. This was all part of the Swadeshi movement. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now next question, which is very simple question. Can somebody read the question first?
Explain why
Yes,
the
sir. Explain why the Muslim
Explain why
community
the
felt it necessary to form their own political party in 1906.
Okay, so it's a simple way of asking question. Why was Muslim League formed? Isn't it?
yes, sir.
yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, so you give me the reasons why did
Sir,
Muslim form this
sir,
party?
Muslims wanted a political party because uh, the Indian National Congress claimed to represent all communities of India, but it mainly worked for Hindu interests.
Okay, good point. Congress attitude towards Muslim became a Hindu dominant party and talked about only Hindus' rights and ignored Muslims. So Muslims felt it badly that they had to have their own political party in order to protect their rights and place in India. So Congress attitude toward Muslim. That's one reason. Any other? Anyone else? Hurry up, boys. Zain Ahmed Irfan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So can you please tell me what's the reason? Any other reason? Can you? Anyone else? Can you tell me other reason? Number one, Congress. Yeah, there are so many reasons.
Another,
Why are you short of reason? Yes.
sir, sir, when INC reacted on partition of Bengal, the Muslims felt that the INC was not letting the Muslims make any progress.
Okay. Okay. Good. This point refers to actually Hindu reaction to the partition of Bengal. The Hindus violent and with powerful reaction, and the Muslim realized that they could actually pressurize British to reverse. And in this case, what Muslim to do? They need to be active, and for they need a political party. So Hindus' reaction to the partition of Bengal, reason number two. Congress attitude, reason number one. Any other reason? Hurry up. Okay, listen to me. What is that? Hmm, yeah, success of similar deputation was not that a reason for the Muslim League formation?
Yes, sir, it was.
Yes,
It
sir, it
was.
was.
I told you when we were talking about, actually we finished Simla and we went to talking formation of Muslim League, and I told that Muslims were encouraged, their demands were accepted, and that was kind of a confidence booster that they need to have their political party to be more active. Other than this, as British were introducing reforms in India, the councils act and the were set up, and Indian were given representation. So, in order to represent Muslims' views and in order to contest election and be part of political process, Muslim badly needed their own political party. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
see it here. Uh, to advance their political rights as Indian National Congress organization promoted Hindus. So simply, what is this? Congress attitude, Congress influence, right? Congress demanded India should be treated as a cultural whole and Hindi should be an official language. So Congress demands. Congress opposed the partition of Bengal, so Hindus and Congress reaction to the partition of Bengal. Okay. Another reason was growth of Hindu nationalistic groups demanding Muslim to be forcefully converted to Hinduism. Similar agreement success was another reason. So all reason mentioned. One, I told you that as British introduced reforms in India, so in order to be part of political process, contest election, present, fight for Muslim seats, etc., they had to have their political party. So many reasons, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this question clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now see the same question here. Read the question.
Was the partition of Bengal the main reason for the formation of the Muslim League in 1906? Give reasons for your
Your
answer.
answer.
Now see, it is the same question now, but asked in 14 marks form, and you can see here that how easily examiner can change a 7 mark question into 14 mark question. In 7 mark question, examiner simply say why was Muslim League formed. In 14 mark question, he gives you a point. Was partition of Bengal the main reason? Hindus' reaction to the partition of Bengal the main reason Muslim League was formed? Explain. In this case, now you will write about Hindu's reaction to the partition of Bengal, and then you will say, after writing this in a paragraph, you will say, however, there was the reason to success of similar deputation, okay, Congress attitude towards the Muslim, nationalist Hindu groups, British reforms. So you will write one, two, three, four other paragraphs, and finally you conclude. So this is the difference. Now, have you understood the difference between 7 and 14 mark question?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this by this we have completely done Muslim League topic, all that formation, why was formed, and was this the reason formed. So this whole topic Muslim League done. We did also of the partition of Bengal topic. So these two topic we have revised. So I want that you come prepared with these two topics in the next class. First, I will take little bit test question, maybe one question, 10 minutes, whatever. There will be a test from these two topics. You can write the topics with you. Similar this no no partition of Bengal first. Complete partition of Bengal. Number two, similar deputation you can write because that fall in between and related to. And next is Muslim League. But only these three topics. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz,
Hafiz,
sir.
sir.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz, sir.
Allah Hafiz, everyone. Allah Hafiz.